Hi everyone, today we are doing topic number 11 and this is in our 1C notes packet. So our last topic we talked about balancing equations where we had variables on both sides. We are doing exactly the same thing, except for sometimes we need to clean up our equations before we start balancing. Clean up just means that we're going to simplify the equations. In the first example, by clean up, I mean that we are going to get rid of these parentheses right here on the right side. To do that, first I'm going to make my barrier right down the middle through my equal sign. To get rid of those parentheses, all I'm going to do is distribute that negative symbol. That negative symbol is really just a -1. I'm multiplying by -1. So -1 times 2x is -2x. And -1 times 8 is -8. And then I'm going to bring down my equal sign. And on the left-hand side, actually, I notice that there are like terms. Look at my like terms, 6x and -3x. I can combine those. 6x minus 3x is just 3x. And then I have this plus 7. So that is cleaned up. My like terms are combined, and any parentheses I have distributed to get rid of the parentheses. So now I'm just going to balance the equation. Remember what we said in our last topic, topic number 10. We said that if variables are on different sides of the equation, this 3x is on the left and this -2x is on the right, we can't just combine them. We have to balance them by getting them to the same side of the equation. So I always said pick on the little guy. So we're going to get rid of this -2x by adding 2x to the right. That will cancel, and add 2x to the left. And I'm left with 3x plus 2x is 5x plus 7. Bring down my equal sign, and on the right side of my equation all I have is -8. Now we are just solving. We're going to get rid of this positive 7 by subtracting 7 on both sides. And I get 5x equals -8 minus 7 is -15. Our last step is to divide by 5. That cancels on the left, and I get x equals -3. All right, let's look at the next example. In the next example, we have a lot of cleaning up to do. I have two different sets of parentheses, so I'm going to start right away by drawing my equal sign, or line through my equal sign to separate the left and the right side, and I'm going to get started on these parentheses. On the left side, I'm going to draw my arrows. The 2x out front stays just exactly the same. Leave that as is, 2x, plus 3 times 4x is 12x. 3 times -1 is -3. Bring down your equal sign. On the right side, distribute that positive 4. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times -1 is -4. And then I have plus 5x at the end. All right, so if like terms are on the same side of the equal sign, left side, look, 2x and 12x, we can combine them like normal. So I'm going to combine 2x plus 12x to get 14x on the left side, minus 3. Bring down my equal sign. Now let's focus on the right side. Positive 4x, positive 5x. We can combine those to get 9x. And then minus 4. All right, now we are at the point where I have variables, but one is on the left, one is on the right. Now I have to balance. All right, to balance this, again, pick on the little guy. Which one is smaller? The smaller one here is the 9x, so I'm going to get rid of the 9x on the right, cross them out, get rid of 9x over here. And that means 14x minus 9x, that gives me 6x. That is wrong. 14 minus 9 is 5x minus 3 equals, and I get -4. All right, now we're going to solve this by adding 3. Now we're just basic backtracking, and I get 5x equals -4 plus 3 is -1. Final answer, to get x by itself, we divide by 5, because it cancels my 5, and I get x equals, and now this, notice how -1, you can't divide -1 by 5 evenly, so your options are just leave it as a fraction, that's fine, or Do -1 divided by 5 in a calculator, and you'll get -0.2. Both are fine. I usually just leave it as a fraction, then I don't have to do a calculator at all. All right, one more example. In our last example, I'm going to go right ahead first and go right through my equal sign. And then I'm going to distribute. I have to distribute on the left and on the right. On the left, I get 2x plus 12. Bring down my equal sign. On the right, I get -3x. And then be really careful here, guys. -3 times -4 is +12. All right, so now I have on the left-hand side a 2x, on the right-hand side a -3x. So I have to get them to the same side. Pick on the little guy. -3 is smaller. Get rid of -3 by adding 3x. Cancel. Add 3x. I'm left with 2x plus 3x. That's 5x plus 12 equals 12. All right, so now I just have to solve this. I have to get rid of this 12 on the left so I can get x by itself by subtracting 12. And I have to subtract 12 on the left. Now look what happens here. The reason I subtracted 12 was to get rid of this 12. It also actually gets rid of the 12 on the right as well. So on the left I have 5x. And a lot of times students go crazy, like, well, what do I do now? You know, I'm confused. But really all we're going to do is bring down our equal sign and do 12 minus 12. 12 minus 12 is 0. Now we can actually keep solving this. To get x by itself, divide both sides by 5. Cancel the 5. I get x equals 0 divided by 5 is 0. If you have 0 items and you split them into 5 groups, you still have 0 items. My final answer is x equals 0. All right, guys, practice with your homework. This is the 1C homework packet, and I believe you are doing homework either 12 or 13, one of those. So get to practicing. Good luck.